Today I'm going to be talking about patching a bumper or any area of your vehicle with Bondo. So here's the Bondo body filler. This could work on even some extreme cases like pictured here on this chrome bumper. And it can also work on other bumpers that are made of other materials. Here's the area that I was doing. So I just had a hole here in my chrome bumper, the front bumper here. So what I did was I just first cleaned the area. You can use rubbing alcohol, simple green or something like that, that won't leave oily residue. It should be something water-based. And just clean the area off. And then you take this Bondo, and it tells you on the back the instructions. So you get about a golf ball size. You want to get something like a putty knife that's plastic, and you'll open it up. It's like a paint can. Just use a screwdriver to open it up, and you take out, I took out about a golf ball size, put it on just a piece of paper or cardboard or something like that, or a piece of plastic that's clean. So you'll have this hardener, and the hardener comes in a little tube, and it'll tell you you squeeze about, it's like 1.25 inches or something like that for a golf ball size of the actual putty. So I put the golf ball size putty down, then I squeezed about 1 inch or whatever on here, and then you have to work quickly because it'll harden. So you just mix that up maybe in about 30 seconds, something like that, and then you just take it up and just apply it on here. Try to keep it somewhat clean so you don't get it all over the place, because that'll be more cleanup for you later. But you want it to actually stick out past the area, so you don't want it to be totally smooth when you first do it. You want it to stick out over, so that you don't have to keep reapplying it. If it's a really deep hole, then you do want to apply it, a few times, so it has a chance to dry on a thin layer, and then you apply another layer after it dries. Okay, so after you have it like this, then you're going to sand it out so it's flat, and you'll clean that off, and then you'll use some kind of paint. And I just got this chrome paint, and I'll paint over here. I'm not sure if it'll be a perfect match with the chrome, but this is an older truck, so I'm not that concerned. I just want it to look pretty decent. So I'm going to go get the sandpaper and then start sanding this down. Before you sand, you might want to get some goggles, safety goggles or glasses or something to protect your eyes. Alright, before I sand, I want to put some tape, because I don't want to scratch up the other part of the chrome bumper too much. So you want to get some maybe 60 grit, something like that, or sandpaper first, and then you use something that's 150. This one is. So you use a finer grit later. Okay, so there it is, smooth. Get a better look of it there. Just want to make sure it's smooth around. Like I said, there's a little divot right there, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm gonna just clean that area, get this tape off here. So I'll be painting, I want to blend this area in. Okay, so I'm going to get some of the rubbing alcohol. I want to make sure all that residue is gone from the tape and any other dirt or impurities. Now, let's tape again, because we don't want to get this painted here. Okay, so I decided to use some primer, so I'm going to use this primer first, and then I'll put the paint on after. So you want to shake it up for at least a minute. Shake it up for a minute. Make sure you do some practice run here. You just want to do light coats like that and overlap them. You're just going to start about 8 to 10 inches away. It's best if you do the coats thin coat and then let it dry for a few minutes and do another thin coat. Okay, we're back, and so I put the primer on, as I talked about before, this primer, and you want to make sure that it's a primer that's good for the Bondo as well as metal. So check out in the video description, I'll put a link to that. And then I'm just using a chrome paint. This actually isn't even one that's made for automobiles. It just says ideal for wood, metal, and more. So I'm going to use this. Make sure you shake it vigorously for 1 minute. Same concept. I'm going to stay about 8 to 10 inches away and just do strokes like that, overlapping. And I want to feather it out this way. And looks like I went a little too far here and up here. So if you get it early enough, you can get that off. Okay, so I managed to wipe that off. I'll probably get some alcohol and wipe it off a little more, just to try to get that off. And there you have it. Like I said, not perfect, but you know, it's an older truck, so I wasn't trying to get it exactly perfect. But if I had sanded a little better there, I could get out that line there. But for my purposes right now, I just wanted to make sure that hole was filled and that there wasn't any rust that was going to happen in the future. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Check out my other videos and please subscribe. Have a nice day. just take note of how the rust spot looks here and the color of it. And then I'm going to show you the next clip. And this is about a few minutes after I had applied the Seal. You could see the milky white residue is still on there from the Seal. And notice the color, how the rust has changed. It's actually converted that rust to a paintable surface. It stopped the rust, and it's now converted to a hard metal substance that's ready to prime or just paint right over. And then finally, this last picture is after 24 hours and the seal had dried. You could see a little of the white residue around there. After, it was pretty easy to clean off. I just used some soapy water and cleaned that off. But yeah, the surface was nice. It was converted to that dark black metal material. And then after that, I just spray painted over with the same blue, midnight blue color that what my truck was. And turned out really nice. I highly recommend that Seal. It made things really easy and simple for converting the rust and to help you rust proof your vehicle for the future.